Hello and welcome to another video. It's very nice to have you back here on my channel. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Matthias. I'm an underwater cinematographer and filmmaker based in Zurich, Switzerland. And in this video today, I want to give you a rundown on how the Monterey Shootout went that I visited and took part in last week. Coming up. So it's about a week since the Monterey Shootout 2019 has finished, and it's time for me to give you guys a little rundown on how the competition went, how the event went, and what kind of experience we had being there and being part of the competitors during that Monterey Shootout. Now first let me say that my competition entry, my submission, the video montage that I created during those two competition days, it was not awarded with any prize on that event, which is okay for me because, as I said earlier on, this competition was mainly a training event for me to prepare and get ready for the World Championship that is coming up next in a couple of weeks on Tenerife. Nevertheless, I would have liked to get some recognition for my video, and so I started looking at reasons why my video wasn't awarded. Now, first of all, I need to say that the competition was very, very tough. There was a lot of really good videographers in the competition, and what I also had not realized previously was that most of the people competing in that Monterey Shootout, they're actually people that live in Monterey or close to Monterey, or people that come there to dive on a regular basis. So most of the people competing, and that doesn't just include the video competition, it also includes the photo part of it. Most of the people, they actually didn't know the dive sites, at least a little bit. So they kind of had an idea of what dive site offers what kind of stuff, what you can see on each of the dive sites, stuff like that. And I'm not saying this as an excuse. Obviously, I could have informed myself a lot better than what I did before we went up to Monterey and joined the competition, but I didn't, and that's mostly because of time reasons, and that is okay. So I'm not trying to find excuses here. I'm just trying to give you guys kind of an overview and my point of view as to why my video production wasn't awarded in that shootout. You were basically allowed to dive in the entire Monterey area for the competition, and there was a place that my friend that came with me, Elle, has been wanting to dive for a long time, and it's called Point Lobos. It's a national park, so you need to book there in advance because they only let in something like 15 dive teams per day. So that's what we did. We booked a spot for us on Friday, on the first competition day, to be able to actually dive that area. And it's supposed to be a really nice area, but, and I wasn't aware of that, it's supposed to be a really nice area if the conditions are right, and that doesn't really happen too often apparently. So because we had that booking, we did go to Point Lobos, to that place, on Friday and did our 2 dives there, and it wasn't bad. I mean, the visibility was a little below average, I would say. There wasn't a lot of wildlife out that Friday in particular, in my opinion, but other than that, it was actually a very nice area to dive in. But what we missed out, because we did go to that area, to Point Lobos, because we had the booking there for Friday, was that in another area close to the main beach in Monterey, or actually at the main beach in Monterey, they had some really nice seal action. They had some cormorants diving in the water, so they had them swimming in front of the cameras, diving down into the water. Sea lions that were swimming in the area there and diving with the scuba divers. And because we were in a different place, we missed all that action on Friday. Then on Saturday we decided to go to this second spot where everyone was very excited about on Friday. And we did get 2 very nice dives in on Saturday there as well. But we weren't actually lucky enough to be able to dive with the sea lions. We saw them on the surface, we saw them sitting on the rocks, but we just didn't see them underwater. And that's just something that you have to deal with. especially on a live competition like this, was if you're not seeing the stuff that you want to see underwater, there's not much you can do in terms of the footage that you'll be able to collect. So in the end, the little video montage that I handed in as my submission ended up being rather a calming, chilling piece of video, and not really something very exciting, just simply because I wasn't lucky enough, or I wasn't prepared enough, you can put it that way as well. I wasn't prepared enough to know and find the really interesting stuff on the local dive sites, and therefore I just couldn't put that into my video. Had I put a little more work into it, had I put a little more preparation work into finding the best spots to dive, and maybe even gone up a few days prior to the event, taken a few days to dive around a little bit and see some of the local dive sites, get a first-hand impression of what the conditions are like at that very moment, I would have probably been able to get some better footage, and therefore obviously the video would have turned out a little better then as well. But having said that, it's not a huge thing for me that this competition has gone the way it has. It was a really cool competition. Kudos to the guys at Backscatter who organized this Monterey Shootout every single year. It has certainly not been the last time I have come and joined you guys for that competition. I really enjoyed the mood that was there throughout the entire competition, throughout the entire 2 days. It was very friendly, it was very helpful. Even though it was a competition, it never seemed like people were trying to get you out of their way so they could get the best possible shots and footage. People were actually helping each other. They were telling each other where to go and what they saw and all that sort of stuff. So from that point of view, I really enjoyed the experience of being at that Monterey Shootout this year. And Al and myself have already talked about maybe even joining again next year if time allows. And obviously guys, I don't want to miss out the opportunity to show you my little video montage, my contribution to the Monterey Shootout. It's about 1 minute and 6 seconds, so lean back, relax and enjoy. Here it comes. So there you go, that was my contribution to the Monterey Shootout 2019. What do you think? Please do let me know down in the comment section below. Also, if you do have any questions about any of what I said in this video or my little contribution itself, please feel free to put that down in the comment section as well, and I'll be more than happy to come back to you and engage in a conversation as quickly as possible. I do hope that this little rewind of the Monterey competition was interesting to you. I hope that you got some information out of this, whatever you were looking for. If there's anything else that you'd like to know, please feel free to put the question down in the comment section. And again, I'll be more than happy to get back to you as quickly as possible. And something that I've nearly forgotten. So the way the Monterey competition works is that you get points for each of your awarded videos or photos. And in the end, those points get added up and you get like a ranking. They've got something like 50 odd prizes from all their sponsors that are up for grabs, and whoever ends up with the highest score gets to pick first. So it doesn't mean that if you end up first on the ranking, you're gonna get automatically the highest value price, but you actually get to choose first which price you'd prefer, because maybe you don't want to go to a certain place on this planet to scuba dive. Maybe you're looking to upgrade your camera equipment and you'd much rather have an underwater video light. So I think the way they're doing their award ceremony and giving away their prizes is a really cool way of doing it. It also means that after the 30-something people that were awarded and got onto the ranking had picked their prizes, there was still something like 15-20 prizes left. And what they did with the rest of the prizes, they actually raffled them amongst the people, the participants who did not end up on the ranking. And funny as it is, when I first walked into the room for the award ceremony, I actually saw a mask from Tusa that I've had my eyes on for quite a while, and I said to my buddy, to Al, oh, I really like that mask. Maybe if I get any awards, I might pick up that mask if it's still there. And funny enough, what happened at the end when they were raffling out all the remaining prizes, I actually ended up getting exactly the mask that I was looking at the very beginning. So after all, a really successful weekend, a very cool weekend with a lot of really good experiences, and I even got to walk home with the prize I actually had my eyes on when I walked into the award ceremony room. So really happy days. So thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope you got some information out of it. I hope I was able to run you through the Monterey competition a little bit and share some of my thoughts with you about how it went and why it went the way it did. Yeah, thanks again for watching. It's always a pleasure having you here on this channel. If you do have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comment section. As usual, I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. And back to work, and I'll see what video topic I can come up for you guys next week. Until then, happy diving. I'll see you next week. Ooh, look at that beautiful mask. It fits pretty well, and it looks darn good, doesn't it?